Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. I'm Heather Lewis. You know, local congressional leaders are still meeting every Thursday via Zoom to discuss ways to help better serve people in our communities. And here to tell us more about how they're doing that are the co-chairs of the Have Faith Initiative. Please welcome Reverend Mark Struckoff and Reverend Bob Roberts. So thank you both so much for being in studio with us, socially distanced, of course. So let's start with who all is involved in this, because it is a big community effort.
Yes, Heather, it is. Originally, how this all came about was our local officials, you know, our mayor, our commissioners, and our health department met with a few faith leaders, and they were seeking guidance as to how do we, you know, COVID-19 is a concern, how do we work together collectively? And so then the Have Faith Initiative has grown out of that, and we're up now to that small group beginning. We have 104. That is different churches and organizations that meet each Thursday at 11:30 by Zoom. And we meet with our mayor, Ken McClure, and our county commissioners, and also Clay Goddard, our health individual. They bring us up to date, and that way then we can not only talk to our congregation, but we can also talk to, be that spreading the news as to what needs to be done, what the next steps are.
So obviously with 104 organizations involved in this, you're reaching a lot of people. And what are some of the efforts underway right now to actually help get the word out and get these people the help that they need during this pandemic?
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked my colleague Bob about the how it got started, because this is really indicative of the Springfield and the Ozarks community that we live in. But there were people in congregations, leaders, faith leaders that were calling, asking, hey, how can we help? They were calling the city, county to say, hey, we want to help. And so with the help of the United Way, Community Partnership, and the Community Foundation, which has kind of formed this triune group to help move helping people in the Ozarks forward through this COVID crisis. That's kind of how we got started. And so one of the things that became a focus was an awareness that a food drive or a supply drive, like, you know, getting masks to people who need them, but especially vulnerable people, like our homeless population. And in fact, Bob and I were just talking at a meeting today about the number of homeless that are being sheltered because of the pandemic, with local funding to make sure that they aren't vulnerable, but also serving them meals. And Bob, what are we up to now on that?
Our highest count's been 160 in our homeless individuals, and you know, it's very important within our community that all people get tested as quickly as we can, and so part of that process is helping them. First of all, we started actually back in the cold weather, starting to shelter them. Now, through cooperative effort, we now have 3 different hotels where there's up to 160 individuals that are sheltered. We provide them meals for the evening, and along with that, we also provide them for breakfast the next morning. And this is done by local churches.
So obviously we're talking about physical needs with
Right.
clothing and sheltering, but during this pandemic, there's been a lot of mental needs that also need to be met and discussed and worked through as well during this pandemic. How is this organization helping with that?
Well, we predominantly meet with pastors of local churches and all our staff members, and so each one of them have shared that there's a higher need during this particular time. Loss of jobs, impact of kids not going to school. All of a sudden, moms and dads had to become teachers, you know. So there's a change in life. There was a new normal. So whenever there's a new normal or a change in our day-to-day life, then where do you go to? Sometimes when you have that opportunity, you seek out your pastor or you're a lay person at a church. And so that has been, and then I believe also, Mark, we were talking that Borough Behavior has been involved some.
They
also
have. In fact, one of our presenters has been C.J. Davis at Borough Health, and so connecting to local resources, really leaning into that interconnectedness of the community has been kind of our our main objective with the Have Faith initiative is to try to get as many people who are related to this pandemic and whose lives are being affected, to get them together. I might say too, even in the news more recently with the turmoil that's happening in our country and really around the world around racism. So we've even had speakers come and address that topic and even describe it as a pandemic within the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to keep our cognitive flexibility flexible, if you will, and be able to think together about how all of us are being affected by this and ways that we can help one another.
And Mark, discuss how you're particularly reaching out to rural areas right now.
Well, right now, I'll say we're so hopeful that this broadcast will help get into rural communities in the Ozarks so that they're aware of the Have Faith initiative and that they can plug in on a weekly basis and be a part of that Zoom call. And yes, they may live in a different county, and that county has its own jurisdictional leaders, but at the same time, they can also lean into the expertise of some of the folks in Springfield and Greene County that are working together, and maybe even form their own Have Faith initiative within their county or within their area. But yeah, this is a great way to get the story out there, and for folks to just simply, faith leaders, pastors, you don't have to be the pastor, but to be able to have a voice at your congregational level to communicate back and forth with what's happening, and to do that through the United Way of the Ozarks website.
This is Reverend Bob Roberts and Reverend Mark Streffoff with the Have Faith initiative, and just encouraging people to get involved in this effort to help meet the needs in our community. Thanks so much for being here, and we will be right back with more Ozarks Tonight.